being in a group like this, what's it like shifting your focus from, because you put out Velvet last year, which was big.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like shifting focus from doing a solo thing to focusing on the group, which, like I said, you guys have been really kind of getting into now?
Mm-hmm.
It's so much more easy, I think.
It
Like,
is, yeah.
compared to a solo album, a lot of pressure is on you, whereas with a group album, it's just so easy because you can bounce ideas off of other people and you can just, like, it's just a lot easier to make everything cohesive because everyone has different ideas, and it's really interesting to see how we can, like, intertwine them to make them sound good and cohesive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, the one thing we always talk about when we talk about, like, what we want to do and stuff, like, what we've found is, like, the solo projects are kind of more of, like, to get that person's ideas out that maybe we haven't done, like, on a group thing.
Yeah.
And then the group thing is kind of like a lot of times, like, I think I mentioned it the first time I was on, where, like, a lot of times on solo stuff we'll experiment, like, a lot, and then we'll kind of grab, like, what we like from everyone's individual things, put those towards, like, the new one or whatever we're working on as a group. So we kind of use the solo projects as, like, guinea pigs for the group project. And it's been a while since we put out, like, an official album, so we're looking forward to doing that. And who knows what that's going to sound like. Like, we're kind of just, like, we were so worried about putting demos 2 out, so now we're kind of getting into gear for the next thing. And we have no idea. It's going to just flow naturally, so we'll see, I guess.
How much of a collaborative effort is it? I mean, do you guys have any say really in, like, organizing the tracks, like the order of the tracks? Because a lot of them sound so different. So how do you manage all of that?
Mikey's a fucking tyrant.
Dude,
Cannot
Mikey,
get anything past that guy.
I suggest, like, oh, can we move this drum? And dude, no. Mikey is an absolute fucking dictator in our group.
He stares him down.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's, like, we're all, like, super open. I feel like in the beginning we were all kind of, like, sensitive to our ideas. Like, when you start something new and you don't have a lot of experience, like, everyone would be like, but I really like this thing I suggested, and everyone's like, well, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
And it was hard. But now I feel like we're at the point where we've made so many songs, group and solo, that we all kind of, like, we know what each other likes and we know what everyone can bring to the table. And, like, and the main thing is, like, we respect everyone's opinion because we all have, like, different frames of knowledge of music. Like, Mikey's, like, a savant. Is that the word? Savant. Yeah. He's like, you could tell him, like, anything and he'll make it on the spot. So as long as we have that kind of thing going on, like, we can literally say, like, explain something as dumb as we possibly could and he just figures it out.
Yeah.
So we're really open with each other as far as, like, ideas and arranging. And, like, what you said about arranging, like, it's hard to arrange an album because it has to, like, flow a certain way.
Especially a group album, I feel like, because of what Andrew said, is you have different sounds coming into play, so you want to make sure that it fits right so that people can enjoy the album as a whole.
Yeah. And the one thing that's, like, kind of an issue sometimes is, you know, you don't want someone, like, ending and starting too many songs in a row. Or, like, you know, like, it depends where, like, how it starts and how it ends and, like, the order of who goes. Because sometimes we'll make stuff where, like, a couple songs will have the same order of people going on it, and you have to kind of, like, split that up. So
yeah, I feel like that was a problem earlier on.
Yeah,
but
a little
now,
repetitive, yeah.
Now we don't, like, I feel like we don't stress it as much because we just know, like, how and when to mix it up on certain songs.
Yeah, and we, like, write everything out. Like, we'll write the songs, and then we'll write, like, the order of who's, like, rapping or singing, whatever, on each one. And we'll try to adjust it so that, like, oh, like, okay, so if, like, with Chef, if he's only on, like, 3 songs, we're not going to put them all, like, in a row.